Hello, everybody. Happy Monday, December the 14th. Thanks for joining us again for another fishing report. Even though I left you with kind of a gloomy outlook on Friday, we got some stuff to talk about in the fishing report. There's something for everybody, really. Not a lot for everybody, but something. If you want to go fishing, that's a good way to kill some time before Christmas. So I'll be right back. I'll update you in just a moment.
Looking for adventure? Head to Pirates Cove Marina in Mania, where exciting charter fishing meets waterfront vibes. Whether you're a seasoned angler or a first-timer, enjoy offshore, nearshore, and inlet trips with expert crews and quality boats. Need fuel? Pirates Cove offers diesel and non-ethanol gas. Need rods, reels, bait, tackle, and marine supplies? Pirates Cove has that too. Visit their ship store for premium sunglasses, exclusive Pirates Cove gear, and unique gifts. After your trip, relax with snacks, cold drinks, and stunning marina views. Book your charter today at fishpiratescove.com or stop by for a day of adventure, shopping, and relaxation. Catch the big one and make unforgettable memories at Pirates Cove Marina in Manio.
Insurance is complicated, but it really doesn't have to be. Dare County Farm Bureau has been serving the Outer Banks for over 60 years. What you will find at Dare County Farm Bureau is an insurance agent relationship with Mark Tillett, June Jordan, Joel Gretsch, Jeremy Tillett, Ryan Mills, and myself, Clint Godwin. Give us a call today at 252-473-2119 or try us online at ncfb.com. At Dare County Farm Bureau, we're always here for our friends and neighbors. Helping you is what we do best.
So I always like to thank the people that help me with my fishing reports. My goal is to promote fishing on the Outer Banks, and especially for guided clients, people that might want to come down, don't have a boat, don't have the time, they want to go with a professional. And it just happens that on the Outer Banks, we have the finest group of professional guides. And I've been in a lot of places, but I think of anywhere in the United States, if not beyond that. Really, really good people. One of them is Captain Ron Whitaker down in Hatteras, who helps me with my Hatteras report, along with others. But it's the ones that you can count on in the dead of winter that really help my fishing report have a little bit of substance. And Ron was telling me he fished on Saturday. He was commercial fishing for king mackerel and said it was off the hook good fishing. I used to love to do that. And when I say commercial, this is where the charter boat, the captain and the mate go out alone. They have electric reels and deep diving rigs called planers, and they go out there and they drag around and catch them mostly on metal spoons, but also on some sea witches and baits and things like that. He had 17 boxes. That means 1,700 pounds of king mackerel, and that is really good. It was so fun to do that back in my career when the charters were all gone. You didn't have to worry about saying and doing all the right thing, and you didn't have to worry about customer service. All you had to worry about was the captain and make him happy, and the two of you would be back there. Nevin Westcott and I used to do it, and we had great fun doing that. But there's also, if you wanted to charter a boat, you could do that, and they'll do it a little differently, generally with live bait or drift lines, catching the bigger kings on light tackle. Lots of fun. Ron Whitaker is on the release out of Hatteras Harbor, and you need to go look him up or check him out. Make sure you tell him Captain Marty sent you. He also reported that a couple other boats were maybe up on the rock pile, but further offshore where they were mackerel fishing had really good days on 25-pound blackfin tunas. I think they were deep jigging with like a spoon or a steel lure. And he also said that the king mackerel boats were getting hammered every once in a while by the bluefin tuna, which that season is closed. So anyway, that's pretty darn good fishing report. I'm glad I called Rom. He's always really, really helpful. And again, if you get down on Hatteras, on the docks in Hatteras, Teach's Lair, Hatteras Harbor, Odin's Dock, that's where I started my career in North Carolina, and I always have a heart for those people. In Oregon Inlet, I have a captain that helps me a lot too, several actually, but Barry Daniels is the one that helps me the most. And Barry, his dad and I were fishing dock partners for years. His dad, Captain Steve Daniels, Barry said he went Saturday and it was blackfin tuna, and that was about it for him. For the boats, I think he said 3 people out there fishing, but they did have a good day on the blackfin tunas. And he reported, and this gets back to the bluefin tuna again, the bluefins, there was a good sign of them up around the 38-degree tower. Basically, that's the tower that we don't visit very much, but there are 4 Navy tracking towers, 3-legged tracking towers off the coast of Nag's Head, basically, that are all set up electronically and have been there since back in the day when I fished. They've been there a long time, but they track these jets out of Oceania that are practicing their dog fighting and things like that. The 38-degree tower is 38 degrees from Oregon Inlet, and it's up in a no man's land, but the Rudy Inlet boats or the Virginia Beach boats come down to it, and that inshore water is where these bluefin tuna like to hang out, so that's encouraging. We just need the season to open back up on them. As far as pier fishing, not much to it. Jeanette's Pier, faithful with their reports every day. They're still open. 49-degree sea temperature, 49-degree air temperature. Yesterday, on Saturday, a little bit colder on Sunday. Mostly spiny dogfish and a few sea mullets. And then we do have the report out of Frank and Fran's down in Hatteras. Still holding some sea mullet down that way. Not as good as it has been, but there again, this is the part of in the early part of my report. If you want to fish bad enough, there's still sea mullet to be caught. Really good to eat, really easy to fish for. And your local tackle shops like Red Drum, Frank and Fran's, all of our local tackle shops will show you how to rig up, and you can go out and do that. So we'll take a little break. I'll be right back, and we'll talk about the only report I have from the backcountry.
Real. That's the first word that comes to mind when I think about Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor. Yeah, they're the first and last place you see coming to and leaving the Outer Banks on Highway 64 in Dare County, but they're also real when it comes to fresh local seafood. Troy Outland, real. Curtis and Josh, real. The indoor crab shedders, real. Stop by and see for yourself right next to White Shopping Center and check them out on social media. Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor, real.
In the backcountry, we have an interesting set of circumstances going on. Very little people fishing, but the ones that do it are professionals, and they know what they're doing. They know how to do it safely, and they're catching speckled trout. I know Gray Davis is still catching them. He lives right down the street from me, but he's fishing he'll fish anywhere from the Pamlico Sound to the Alligator River, up around wherever he has to go. He'll put that boat on a trailer and take you to him. And I know my old friend Jimmy Simonson and the group is fishing with him today. Now that's hardcore, but they're dressed up properly for the cold weather, and the speckled trout bite for him has been very, very good. So that's really all I have. I did not hear anything else about the weekend fishing on Saturday when it warmed up. I thought I'd hear more about the ditch fishing on Highway 64 between Mans Harbor and Columbia. I did not, so I don't have that to report about, and that's really about all I have for you. So anyway, Captain Mommy Till always said there's always something to fish for, and I have found that to be very, very true. So gear up, go out, wet a line. You're not going to catch them in the motel room. Have a great week, and I'll keep you posted as to anything new on the fishing front.